Well, hello everyone. Thank you very much for coming out in the rain today and joining us here at the Civic Center. I really appreciate being able to speak to a pretty full room. It's awesome. My name is Christopher. I am the program manager for the Denver Metro Small Business Development Center. So some of you may know who we are, some of you may not know who we are. A big hint is there are small business development centers in every state of America, including Guam and American Samoa. We were started way back in the early to mid 1970s as a pilot program. The SBA was given an edict to help entrepreneurs and small businesses, so they came up with the idea of a small business development center. They started out as a pilot project, and then SBDCs were populated all throughout the great country of America, and like I said, including Guam and American Samoa. The Denver Metro Small Business Development Center came about in the mid-1980s, so we've been doing this for about 40 years now, helping entrepreneurs start, build, and grow their businesses. We are one of 14 small business development centers in the state of Colorado. We are all regionally located. As you can imagine, what some of the businesses may face in the eastern plains or on the western slopes, those challenges may be a little different than the businesses here in the Denver metro area. We have business experts ready to help you to create and retain jobs, secure loans, increase sales, win government contracts, and obtain certifications and more. Let's see. We combine information from all sorts of different areas, from federal, state, and local governments, and the education system, private sector, to meet specialized and complex needs of the small business community. We have awesome consulting experts who work in partnership with us to provide entrepreneurs with crucial information that can mean the difference between success and failure. We have multiple advisors here at the Denver Metro SBDC, and because we are one of 14 SBDCs in the state of Colorado, if we don't have somebody who can help you, we can typically tap into our network and find somebody who can help you. You need help with your finances. We got somebody. You need help with your business plan. We got somebody. You need help with your marketing. We got somebody. You need help with HR. We got somebody. Pretty much just about any area of business and operations, we can probably help. And guess what? Our advising is free. I would say almost all, if not all of our advisors are small business owners themselves, so they understand the challenges that you all face as business owners in this turbulent economy we are in. Our goal is to create jobs through Colorado entrepreneurs. We help people pursue a career in business ownership and become active community contributors, job creators, and wealth producers. 99%, actually a little over 99% of all businesses in America are small businesses. So strong small businesses not only help their individual communities, but also support a robust economic, national economic development here. So we really appreciate that. Our mission in life is to help entrepreneurs start, build, and grow their businesses. As I mentioned, the Colorado SBDC program has existed since 1987. We were hosted at the Denver Metro Chamber of Commerce for over 30 years. We are now transitioning to a new host organization, which is I can't tell you that at the moment, but we will be making an announcement soon when that is all official and all our ducks are lined in a row. We were the National SBDC of the Year in 2012, State Star in 2019, and we intentionally focus on growing small companies through the resources of the SBDC, State of Colorado, SBA, and other affiliates. We kind of help folks in three main pillars. First is free advising. I talked about those advisors, and you can sign up and meet with any of our advisors, and it's going to be free. The next time you come back and need one of our advisors, guess what? It's going to be free. The time after that is going to be free. The time after that is going to be free. And like I said, our advisors are small business owners and work within the industry that they advise on. So you are meeting with like-minded individuals who, as I said, really understand the challenges you face as business owners. We also have some great educational programming, and that's where I come in. I'm involved in. Most of our educational programming is free. We do have a little bit of programming that does require a tiny registration fee, but again, we bring in content experts to make sure that you are getting good, relevant, actionable information with our education programs. As most of you probably know, most small business owners did not go to school for business. So we are here to try to fill in those education gaps with our programming. We have some really unique networking and unique programs. Leading Edge for Entrepreneurs is a multi-week program. We meet once a week for 10 weeks. 3 hours, and we help you write your business plan. And we bring in content experts to help fill out the different areas that are necessary within a good business plan. We do free funding options panels multiple times a year. So we will bring in different lenders to talk about who they lend to, how they lend, and tips for folks walking through their doors seeking funding. And of course, if you're going to do that, you need a really good business plan. Then we have our special Trout Tank Pitch Accelerator program. So this is a really fun program. Many people do not have the training and the family that like I grew up in, and may not be comfortable getting up in front of people speaking. I come from a family of thespians, so we were on stage almost since before we could speak. So I am very comfortable getting up in front of people and making a fool out of myself. But not everybody is comfortable like that. So in our Trout Tank Pitch Accelerator program, we not only talk about the different areas of a good pitch, but we bring in professional communicators to help people refine their pitch, understand their pitch, and create that first 5-minute pitch. And then we have a nice little competition for the top pitch to win some money. Some of our accomplishments last year: we helped 53 businesses open their doors. That's amazing. Another 53 businesses, and the jobs created through the businesses and the clients that we work for were 310. We helped retain 208 jobs. The capital infusion from all of this is over $16 million. We had over $11 million in increased sales, over $3 million in increased contracts. Some of the direct numbers that myself and my colleague helped work with were the number of clients that came and had appointments with us, over 3,300. Some of those clients were repeat clients, so the unique clients that we served were over 1,300. We had over 3,000 people register for our programs and did 61 training sessions in 2024 alone. Pretty cool stuff. If you guys happen to stop by the Golden Mill in my hometown of Golden, or you can head out to what's the place, the market?
Yes.
Yes, Edgewater. You can meet one of our clients, Hap Cameron. He came to us. He makes New Zealand ice cream, and it's darn good ice cream. He had this dream of owning a truck, a food truck, where he could serve his ice cream. He now has 4 trucks in 2 physical locations since he came to the SBDC. So just one example of a business that we have helped and helped grow. There are other businesses in Edgewater Marketplace that are our clientele as well. So you're coming to a location, a place where we try to connect you with great resources, and great resources that won't necessarily ask you for your money. We want you to invest your money in yourself and your business, as opposed to paying somebody else to do something you can do as long as you want to learn and want to put those that elbow grease to work, which I'm sure you all do every single day as business owners. Like I said, I am the program manager. My awesome superhero colleague Kim Roberts is here. So if you contact the Denver Metro SBDC, you are going to speak to either one of us, and maybe both of us, and then we'll connect you with great programming, great advisors, and great resources. So that's a little bit about us. Does anyone have any questions? Yes.
What is the success rate of these businesses after 1, 3, 5 years?
That's a good question. Do we know?
Typically, within 3 years, at least over 50% might not continue. Okay. And I know my numbers are way off. But one of the good things that we find is that we work with people who are starting up, and they realize maybe within that first year they don't want to do this, saving them thousands of dollars in time. And but the success rate is probably smaller than the, I don't want to say fail rate, but the stop rate. I know. Decrease. Yeah, so it's amazing that all these small businesses, which is over 95% of all business, which is gauged at, I think, 200 or less employees, but we look at it more at 100 or less employees. We work with people, solopreneurs, 2 people, 10 people, mostly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We also rely on people to tell us and come back to us and tell us, how they are doing. So the folks who are doing well typically come back and say, hey, yeah, I'm opening our doors, or we're doing this, or we're doing that. And we love to sing the praises of our clientele and get that news out to our network. We currently had a recent graduate from our Leading Edge program open his doors to Shoreline Spirits, which is a clothing embroidery company. So if you're looking for any new swag for your employees or your business, Stefan is great at what he does, and really looking to start building his business. Y'all may have heard about the Easy Vegan. They, last year, I believe it was, won the Food Network's food truck competition, and they were one of our clients. Went through a special program we did with the city of Denver, where after they went through our Leading Edge program, they were eligible to get $30,000 in grant funding. So we've got some great partners that we work with as well to help support our businesses however we can. Yes, sir.
Yeah, on your website or somewhere. Website. Do you have to be called like a clearinghouse of information among small business owners that could discuss like lessons learned and things of that nature?
So we just switched over to a statewide SBDC website, he's asking if Our website has an area where business owners can come together, collaborate, and help share their experiences, as well as maybe things that they have learned, so that they can help other small business owners. I don't believe we have that on our brand new website, but that is definitely something I'm going to take back to our managers and say, hey, I think this would be a great thing to add if we can do that. So thank you for that suggestion.
Yeah, you talk about successes and failures as well.
Yeah, we do have a lot of success stories, but I think that's you all are in the trenches, so to speak. So I think there's a lot of knowledge there that can help support each other. We find that even amongst businesses that may seem competitive, there is a lot of solidarity. Again, especially in these tumultuous economic times that we are facing. Other questions? All right. Well, you can visit our new website. It's colorado.sbdc.gov. I have to remember that because our old one was .org, but it's so colorado.sbdc.gov is our new website. You can check out all the programming that we have available, as well as connect with our advisors. And we have a lot of on-demand programming that you can access on your own time, at your own pace, and almost all of that programming is free. So we love that word free because, again, we want to help you as entrepreneurs. We do not get our funding through our programs. We are partially funded by the SBA and partially funded by our host organizations. And then we also have the ability to go out and raise money with some collaborators and supporters within our geographic area. So, again, we don't make our money through our programming. Really, our focus is to help all of you grow your business and have resources that you can trust and come back to. And when you need to go to that second stage or third stage, maybe you're ready to hire your first employee and you want to make sure you're doing it properly. We have HR experts who can make sure that, when you post that ad, it's not going to get flagged by anyone, and certainly we can help work through those things about what's the difference between a contractor, somebody who's 1099, or your part-time employee or your full-time employee, because the state definitely looks at that, pretty closely, and they want to make sure if you are using a 1099, you are not treating them as an employee. And they have fined businesses when they have said, no, they really should be a part-time employee and not a contractor. So we'll help walk you through all of the nuances of the law. Again, we have some great HR advisors. Courtney Berg's been in the HR business for 30 years, runs her own consulting company around HR. But if you book a session with her through the SBDC, that's going to be free. So again, that's just an example of how we really try to bring in content experts, people who know what they're talking about, and connecting them with entrepreneurs who may need that assistance at that time. Like I said, we have advisors for just about anything. So if you have, if you're looking for help, ring us up, and if we don't have somebody, we will try our best to find somebody who can help. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Do you have any services for recommendations for legal or tax advice?
Yes, definitely. Yes. So if you're looking for CPAs or lawyers, we do have a special program where you can meet with a lawyer for an hour. They cannot give you legal advice. They can help give you guidance, but because you are not their actual client, they can't give you legal advice during that session. But they can help, like I said, give you guidance and maybe fill in some knowledge areas so that when you're ready to hire a lawyer or something, you'll have that, in your back pocket or in the back of your mind. Other questions? Well, once again, oh, yes. Yeah.
So I'm part of a neighborhood association, just representing them today. Would you guys be willing to help the neighborhood association or anybody's neighborhood association try to build a connection with small business? Because that's why I'm here, is we're trying to make sure that a community has a connection and a bond with small business. And
Yeah, I'd love to sit down and we can brainstorm some ideas around what we can do. We are a little limited by our privacy laws, so it's not like we can share like a list of businesses from our clients, but we certainly can reach out to them on, people's behalf, especially to let them know if there is something happening within their area that may interest them, where they could come and get information or meet like-minded people. I go out to the city of Wheat Ridge at least a couple of times a year to help their small businesses as well. So Denver Metro, we are pretty much Denver County and most, if not all, of Jefferson County. So that is kind of our region. So yes, if you'd like us to come out and speak to your group or help organize something, I'd be happy to, sit down and brainstorm with you.
that's great.
Yeah.
Especially like a pitch, good pitch to talk to this small business.
Yeah, definitely.
I appreciate it.
Great. Anyone else? Well, thank you very much. Thank you, Maggie, for inviting us here today, and look forward to meeting some of you and hopefully helping you build, grow, and become prosperous. Another thing we do is exit planning. So if anybody's thinking down the road like, I'm just about ready to retire. I can't do this anymore. How am I getting out? We will help you get out and hopefully get the biggest bang for your buck as well. So good exit planning is something that we've been really working on to help people either move into employee ownership, sell, close, whatever it may be that may be best for your business. So that's just something else we do. But thank you very much for having me here today. Hope to see you again. Take care.